What if it's not really your budget, but maybe your beliefs that are, keeping you broke?
Hmm.
Today, we're doing a deep dive into something called money blocks. These are like subconscious beliefs, maybe energetic patterns.
Right, invisible forces almost.
Exactly. And they often shape your whole financial picture without you even realizing it.
Mhm.
Our goal here is to help you spot these, figure out where they come from, and importantly, use insights from our sources to start clearing them out.
Yeah.
Think of it as understanding why those same money patterns keep showing up and how you can finally break free. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something called money blocks. These are like subconscious beliefs, maybe energetic patterns.
Right, invisible forces almost.
Exactly. And they often shape your whole financial picture without you even realizing it.
Mhm.
Our goal here is to help you spot these, figure out where they come from, and importantly, use insights from our sources to start clearing them out.
Yeah.
Think of it as understanding why those same money patterns keep showing up and how you can finally break free.
And it's so important to frame it like that because this isn't just about, tweaking your spreadsheet.
No, definitely not.
These are deep internal patterns. Often they start way back in childhood or they're passed down, culturally conditioned.
Right.
And they can silently run the show, how much you earn, save, spend, everything. What's really striking from the research is seeing how these hidden beliefs create real financial struggles, like tangible ones, even for people who are smart and capable in other areas.
Yeah, absolutely.
So today, we'll unpack, I think it's 5 main types. We'll identify them, but also offer practical ways based on our sources to actually dismantle them, to sort of rewrite your money story.
Okay, let's get into it. The first one, I think this one hits home for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
I don't deserve money.
Oh, yeah. Big one.
And it's not just like feeling a bit unsure. It's a core belief.
Yeah.
Tied right into self-worth. Often goes way back.
Mm.
You might see it if you say, always undercharge for what you do. Or you feel kind of guilty when you get paid.
That discomfort, yeah.
Or that classic imposter syndrome popping up just when things are going well financially.
Right, when success is close.
Yeah. We found one source. It highlighted how people who consistently undervalued themselves in other parts of life, well, it directly correlated with earning less and kind of self-sabotaging money wins.
Yeah. And that really connects to the bigger idea that your worth, your inherent worth, it just isn't tied to your bank balance, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So to start breaking this down, the sources really push practices for self-compassion.
Like what specifically?
Well, things like self-forgiveness exercises, daily affirmations about worthiness. Repeating them consistently actually seems to help rewire how you see yourself.
Okay.
And then there are techniques like inner child work, or even things like EFT, that's emotional freedom techniques, tapping or havening. These body-based methods can be really powerful for clearing those emotional blocks.
Interesting.
The aim is really to internalize this core idea: my worth isn't up for debate. I deserve abundance.
That makes perfect sense. And, once you start working on self-worth, it feels like another big belief often pops up.
Let me guess. Scarcity.
You got it. There's never enough.
Yeah.
The classic scarcity mindset.
Mm-hmm. Handed down sometimes.
Totally. Or it comes from personal experience like trauma or maybe living through tough economic times.
Right.
And you see it everywhere. People hoarding things, constantly anxious about money, feeling like they have to grind constantly just to stay afloat.
That constant pressure.
Yeah. One piece we looked at mentioned this mindset can actually put your nervous system into like a permanent fight or flight mode.
Wow.
Which makes it hard to even see opportunities when they do show up.
So to tackle that never enough feeling, it's really about training your nervous system to feel safe with more, safe with expansion.
How do you do that?
One practical step from the sources is a daily gratitude practice, but not just listing things. It's about consciously focusing on what is coming in, no matter how small, shifting focus from lack to flow.
Okay, focusing on the positive flow.
Exactly. And there's this interesting shift in perspective in some of the financial thinking we reviewed. Seeing money not just as stuff, but as energy.
Money as energy.
Yeah, and check this out. There was this parallel drawn to quantum physics, believe it or not. Like energy, money can't actually be destroyed, only transformed or, do change form.
Right.
So scarcity isn't really a lack of money existing. It's more like a temporary block in its flow to you.
That's a huge reframe. Okay, moving on. This next block, It's something so many of us were taught, maybe without even realizing it. I have to work hard to make money.
The hustle culture mantra.
Totally. It's so ingrained culturally, the grind mentality.
Yeah.
And what's fascinating is how often it leads straight to burnout or resentment towards work or just rejecting any sense of ease because we think struggle equals earning it,
Mm-hmm.
struggle equals worthiness.
Right. One expert we read put it so well. The biggest myth is that effort equals outcome. Often, aligned action brings more.
So the question becomes, what if making money didn't have to be so hard?
Exactly.
Breaking this block means really exploring new beliefs, like ease and flow create more than force.
Okay.
The shift is towards what the sources often call inspired action, not just brute force effort.
Inspired action.
Yeah. A good strategy we found is to actually study people who earn a lot but seem to do it with joy or creativity, leveraging their time. See how they operate differently.
Exactly. It's usually not about endless hours, but smart, focused effort that gets bigger results. Like, we read about an entrepreneur who scaled up not by working more, but by delegating smartly. Freed her up for the big impact stuff.
That feels really freeing just hearing that. Okay, and related to how we approach abundance, the fourth block tackles this kind of guilt. Wanting more makes me greedy.
Oof, yeah. That's a sneaky one.
It can come from spiritual beliefs, religious upbringing, or just worrying what other people will think.
Right. Mm-hmm. Fear of judgment.
It's tricky because it makes you self-sabotage. Just when things start going well, you make more money, then somehow find ways to get rid of it or push it away.
Like you're trying to avoid being bad for having it.
Yeah.
And what's really interesting there is how that block actually limits the good you could do in the world.
How so?
Well, to break it, the sources suggest redefining wealth. See it not just for personal gain, but as a tool for service, for expansion.
Okay, wealth as a tool.
Yeah. One exercise they suggest is journaling. What good could I actually do if I had more money?
Shifting the focus.
Exactly, from just personal gain to collective impact. Reframing wealth as a way to create positive change. There's a powerful affirmation from several sources. I give more because I have more.
I like that.
It flips the script entirely. Abundance enables generosity. It's not just about consuming.
Okay, powerful. And that brings us to the fifth and final block for today. Money always leaves me.
The abandonment pattern.
Yeah. This one often links back to past experiences, maybe abandonment issues or financial instability growing up or some kind of sudden loss.
Creates a lot of fear around holding on to money.
Totally. Fear around saving, investing, making long-term plans. It's this deep feeling that even if it comes, it's just going to disappear again.
So you'd either hold back completely or maybe spend recklessly just to kind of control the inevitable leaving.
Get rid of it first.
Yeah. This block really taps into a fundamental need for security and trust.
So how do you move past that one?
Our sources point towards healing that underlying emotional money trauma. Things like somatic work, working with the body, or energy work can help release that stored tension and fear.
Creating a sense of safety.
Exactly. Feeling safe around money. It's also about consciously shifting your identity, moving from being a survivor, always waiting for the next loss, to becoming a steward, someone who manages resources responsibly, confidently.
Sweet. I like that framing.
Yeah. And a really potent mantra we found across different teachings is, I am a safe home for money to grow. That really cultivates trust, stability. It signals to your subconscious that it's okay. Abundance can actually stay and flourish with you.
Wow. Okay. So we've covered a lot. What's the big takeaway here for everyone listening?
Well, I think the most crucial point is this. These money blocks, they aren't permanent. They're not like fixed character flaws you're stuck with.
Right. They feel fixed sometimes, but they're not.
Exactly. They are learned patterns. And the good news is anything learned can be unlearned. It can be reshaped.
So just identifying one block, maybe one that really clicked for you today as you were listening, that alone can be a huge first step.
Absolutely huge. That awareness is the starting point for real change in your financial life.
Yeah.
And it's important to realize when you start doing this work, healing your relationship with money, you're doing more than just changing your bank balance.
It goes deeper.
Much deeper. It's a holistic journey. As some of our sources put it really powerfully, when you heal your relationship with money, you heal your relationship with self-worth, safety, and power.
Wow.
So this work, it's transformative on so many levels. It ripples out into everything. It's really about aligning your inner reality with the outer reality you want.
Okay. So as you're thinking about all this, maybe consider which one of those 5 blocks really stood out for you today.
Ah.
Which one felt like, that's me, like a light bulb went on.
Yeah, that moment of recognition.
And then the invitation is to commit to taking just like one aligned step, just one small thing to start breaking it down.
Doesn't have to be massive.
Exactly. What's one small conscious action you could maybe take today, even, that just signals to yourself, signals to your subconscious that, okay, things are shifting. And maybe here's a final thought to leave you with, something to kind of chew on.
Okay.
If we accept that idea that money is energy and energy is infinite,
Right.
and if we can truly redefine wealth, like you said, as a tool for service and expansion,
Yes.
then think about this. If your relationship with money really is a reflection of your relationship with your own sense of worth, your own power, what kind of infinite possibilities might open up when you truly deeply embrace the idea that you are a safe home for money to grow?
Powerful question.
Yeah. How might that shift not just change your own life and your own finances, but how could that transformation maybe ripple outwards and actually make a positive difference in the world around you?